What's going on, guys? My name's Josh and I'm the head of Shopify here at Ecom Freedom. Now in this video, I wanted to showcase to you guys how myself and a good friend of mine took his store and were pretty much able to build up in November and in Q4 of last year to go ahead and absolutely crush Black Friday. We were able to go ahead and achieve, in the last 90 days, $555,000 worth of sales. And how do we do this? Well, I'm going to break that all down for you in this video so that you guys can go ahead and deploy this in your own brands. And it doesn't just have to be in Q4, guys. It can be in any promotion, any time that you seek to really kind of build up some hype around, and it will phenomenally boost the revenues in your store. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so I'm in my computer right here, and as you can see, this is the sales for November. Now just let me quickly go ahead and refresh this because I really want to just prove that everything is legitimate and all of that. There's no smoke here, guys. I just want to help you guys to do something like this as well. This is a guy who used to earn about $50,000 a year, right? But this guy, through his store and through really good intentional practices, we were able to generate $47,000 in one day, right? So for him, this was just so fantastic. I just want to make sure that you guys get that value as well, because there's a lot of learnings to be had here. But as you can see here, right, November was very, very slow, right? It was very average. Most customers were waiting for promotions and all that kind of stuff. What you can see is that from one day, we made $3,100 worth of sales. The next day, though, we over 10 times the amount of sales at 47,000. But how do we do this? And I want to really kind of break this down for you guys. So the way we did this is through a lot of priming, and priming is just preparing our audience to know that there was a sale, right? Kind of getting them hyped up, getting them excited that there is some sort of sale coming, and we want them to, one, put their hands up, but also two, give them incentive to actually put their hands up as well, because everyone during this time in Q4 is doing very much of pushing advertisements down their throats, right? So we wanted to be a little bit different, and we did this in two ways, right? How do we do this? First way is actually through running a giveaway campaign, right? From late October all the way through until end of December. We went and talked to all of our audience and we're like, hey, what is the creme de la creme? Like, what is the best product that you guys desire? And it was this product that actually was valued at about $2,500. Now, it was a bit of a risk for us as a business. However, we claimed the write-off and all of that kinds of stuff, and it really paid off. So what we went ahead and did was we ran a giveaway through Viper.io when we set a campaign on Facebook, and I'll just quickly show you guys what it looks like. So you can see here that these are all unpublished, right? But we were spending money. If I go to maximum, we spent $3,700 for this particular campaign, all for the purpose of lead generation. I think we were getting leads at like 20 cents, which is like emails for 20 cents, which is absolutely insane. But let me just quickly show you last 30 days. I want to show you the November up until the 17th, right? We had only spent about $1,000 worth to warm up this audience, right? But we got them to go to our store. We tagged them with our pixel. We wanted them to just constantly keep coming back, checking for updates. And whilst we were doing this, we went ahead and also started to launch another Black Friday Cyber Monday lead generation campaign. So this one we started on November 4th, right? And we were just pushing this so hard. We also had another one, $738 of lead generation as well, right? A total, we spent only a couple $100. It wasn't too crazy. So these were all of our priming campaigns leading up to the early Black Friday sale launch. So you can see here, this is our giveaway campaign that we were running on Viper.io, right? Leading up to from the first, I think we started this on October 28th, all the way through till November 16th, which is just the day prior of our early Black Friday sale going live. You can see here that we spent about $1,300 worth of advertising to try to get people into our funnel. We wanted people to put their hand up to say, yes, I want to be part of your brand. I want to be part of this giveaway, right? And also try to gain some attention, because in Q4 CPMs go up, right? Everyone's going for purchase conversions. We wanted to go for something different. We were still going for conversions. However, we were going for more view content, video views and all of this kinds of stuff as well. With this particular campaign, all we were doing was just pushing, the same kind of creatives, so that it was native on each of the placements. So we have 4 different placements, right? We had our feeds, we had our stories, we had our reels, and then we wanted to just give Facebook, a lot more breathing room. So we just used the Advantage plus, placements that they have. But essentially, we were able to go ahead and generate, emails for like 30 cents per email, which was just absolutely bonkers for us. In hindsight, one thing that we could have done a lot better was actually have an automated email flow to kind of get these guys even more hyped up. But needless to say, it was had a fantastic result. We're really happy with it. But this year coming around, what we're going to do is redo it and really have all of those flows set in place to have an even greater result. The next thing that we were doing was running view content, conversion campaigns for view content, specific for our warmer audiences and our cold audiences, our winning audiences, right? For the whole period, right? We spent about $1,000 just to get people over to a specific page that we created on Gem Pages on our Shopify website. And all it was, hey, sign up for our early Black Friday sale coming soon. We were running this all the way up till November 16th. And then turned it off, right? Because November 17th was when we started to switch all of our ads on, right? In terms of the conversion purchase campaigns. But what we were doing here was really just getting people to, again, just put their hand up and say, yes, if you guys are running a sale, I'm down. Sign me up and, send me emails. Let me know exactly when the doors open, because that's when I want to buy. Christmas is around the corner. Buying behaviors are up, and we wanted to really take advantage of that. So this one worked extremely well. The next thing though, that kind of helped all of this perform to the way that it did was actually the video views Q4 primer campaign that we started early in October. Just to give you guys an indication, right? You don't need to spend that much money in order for this to be successful, right? Because most people during Q4 are really running purchase conversion campaigns. So if you're going ahead and investing some money into video view campaigns, it's really, really good, especially for retargeting, building up that funnel. Regardless of iOS 14 or anything, Facebook knows exactly what happens on Facebook's platform, because no one's actually leaving the platform. They're just watching as much of the video as possible, right? So we actually went ahead and created specific videos that were priming, our customers to be ready for these Black Friday sales, kind of just going through the value propositions, right, of our product and why it's so great. Understanding that, during this time, people were just kind of waiting for sales. So we were going ahead and pushing people to this, right? So you can see here, we had our stacked audiences, which is a previous winning audience, and just a completely cold, broad women audience ad set. We only spent about $560 for the entirety of this, but we were able to get like these people in, and people were actually buying as well, so it helped us mitigate this cost. So we actually made more sales than what we actually spent, which is a funny thing, right? But anyway, this was just so crazy, right? Crazy for us, because those 3 things coming together, right? The video view campaigns, the giveaway campaigns, and also finally the early bird sign up forms campaigns that I've shown you guys, all worked in unison to pretty much create this huge kind of like pressure, right? And then when November 17th came, boom, crazy amounts of sales. And that is shown through this massive spike of sales, right? Absolutely insane. Now, let me just quickly show you guys exactly what we started to do from November 17th, because I think this is really important to know. A lot of people want to complicate things, but it's not that complicated, right? There's just a few things that we did, and we did well, right? And I want to show you guys that in just a second. So the first thing that we went ahead and did was we had a very intentional email campaign structure. We went ahead and we made sure that early in the morning, we went and blew these guys up with, yo, the sale is finally here. The one that you've been waiting for, right? The one that you've been waiting for the last 3 weeks. It is finally here. And the thing that's really important to note here, right? As you can see from this one email, we're able to generate, $29,000, which is just crazy on that day. The important thing to understand here is that you don't need that many people to send an email to. Next year, or this year rather, what we're going to do is we're actually going to spend more money priming. We only sent out this email to 996 different people. But from 996 different people, only 697 people actually opened the email. And then from that, 185 went ahead and ordered. And it was just crazy. 185 people ordered, and boom, they just generated $29,000 worth of sales, right? So let's just quickly take a quick count. How much did each person spend? $157, right? It's just actually crazy. So that was the first thing, right? We went ahead and did email. The next thing that we went ahead and did was we went ahead and created a specific landing page for our collections, right? For the Black Friday, I guess, holiday season, we went ahead and created 3 different bundles, because we knew that we were able to show the customer, hey, it looks like a bigger discount. However, for us as the providers, as the company, we were able to play and manipulate the numbers so that we were still very profitable. And as a result, despite the sales, and we ran a 25% sale on the store, despite the 25%, such a big percentage of sales happening, we were able to generate a average order value of $157, right? That is just insane. That was the first 2 things that really helped us. Now the next one is going to be Facebook ads, and let's just quickly jump in and let me show you what the campaign looks like. In the Facebook ad account, you can see here, November 17th, which was the day that we actually went ahead and launched the early Black Friday sale, we had a very simple ad structure. You can see here, we only spent about $300, something like that, $316. Because we spent so much money prior, a couple $1,000s here and there, priming our audience, making sure that we have this fantastic email out, we were able to go ahead and get purchases at like $3, $4, $2, $6, $2, right? So the average cost per purchase, was $3.64, right? Now, if you think about it, guys, if our average order value is $157, right? But our cost per purchase is $3.64. Look at the profits, guys, because a lot of the times the ad spend is what eats up a lot of businesses, profit margins. But you can see, like, this was just absolutely fantastic. 30 times return on ad spend, 27 times return on ad spend, 40 times return on ad spend, right? The average was 30.64 return on ad spend, right? We spent $300 and we generated 10 grand, right, worth of sales, which is just like nuts. I want to show you guys, like, it wasn't that complicated in terms of the ad structure. All we went ahead and did was we had just a simple ABO kind of structure set up, and we had different placement type ads made. So for example, 9x16 for stories and reels, right? 1x1s for feeds, right? And then we chucked all of those into the Advantage Plus campaigns as well. But you can see here, like, we had GIFs with static images, all that kind of stuff. But the main thing, and a lot of people think like, oh, I need to be going and acquiring cold traffic during Q4. Unfortunately, cold traffic is during this time is very expensive. CPMs are through the roof. You're competing with a lot of people that have a lot more money than you do, right? So we need to be a little bit more strategic. What we did was we targeted anyone that was at all associated with our brand. So for the last 365 days, if you guys have looked at any of our ads, engaged, liked, commented, shared, anything like that, you can be dang sure that we're going to go ahead and show you these ads. And that's how we got this insane result. I just want to make sure you guys understand that there is no crazy, formula or, strategy or ad media buying, tactic here. It was just simple ABOs. These all started at $50, right? But then through the day, we started to see, oh yeah, we're making a lot more money. Let's just start bumping the budgets, right? And we were just pushing this. And the only reason we didn't push any further was because we knew that we had inventory restraints, right? And we didn't want to spend that much, right? Because we knew that we spent a decent amount before, and there was a little bit of that risk tolerance that we were kind of balancing at the same time. So let's quickly go through and kind of talk to you guys about, okay, what's the summary? How do you guys go ahead and deploy this in your own brands? And do you need to wait for Q4? Well, the answer to that is no, you don't need to wait just for Q4 for this. You need to understand that every 6 weeks, right, is a really good time to run some sort of promotion, whether it be a buy one, get one, extended warranties, right, free express shipping upgrade, trades, anything. Don't just go ahead with the cookie cutter discounts, because sure, there are places for discounts, right? Everyone loves them. However, you don't want to become that brand that is just always discounting, right? Always discounting. And then, you pretty much guarantee that when you're not running a discount, your sales, your conversion rates are just going to slump, right? Because customers are not that stupid, right? They're very, very smart, actually. They understand exactly what's happening. Everything starts. All of these results are all as a result of good preparation. We started preparing in September, right? We worked together to figure out, okay, how many emails do we need to plan out? How many creatives do we need to plan out? At what date should we start the giveaway campaign? At what date should we start the video view campaigns? At what date should we start the early bird sign up campaigns? So we all did that. It was all preparation, right? It was not just last minute scrambling. Now, granted, there were some times where we were just like, a couple hours before the sale went live, we were just kind of scrambling to get everything sorted. However, a lot of it was, prepared, except those minor things. Secondly, after all of those people were primed, they were ready, they put their hand up to say, hey, yeah, I want to be known, told when this is going to happen. What do? Is we were very intentional with our emails, right? We didn't send our emails to everyone on our list, right? Because we wanted to make sure that they felt like this was an exclusive thing. We only sent the emails to, 1,000 people, and only 185 people ordered. And that was able to generate us $30,000 just from one email, guys. And the email was pretty basic too. It was nothing crazy. The next element though, and what allowed us to have a very high average order value despite only 185 people ordering, was that we made sure that we had early Black Friday specific bundles, right? 3 bundles to make it seem like they're getting a bigger deal. We made sure that each product was value packed and they all complemented one another. And then for us as the company, we wanted to make sure that there was enough margin for us to continue to spend. The next thing was Facebook ad account structure, right? Don't overcomplicate it. Understand that during promotional times, especially towards the end of the month of the budgets, end of the months, right? A lot of big companies have a lot of budget for marketing that they haven't spent. So what they're going to do is they're going to dump all of that money into marketing, and what that naturally does is increases CPMs, and as a result, it gets difficult to go ahead and acquire cold audiences during this time. So what we did was we had a very simple ABO structure, right? 3 ads in each, specific to the placement that we were targeting. And we were only targeting people who had engaged with our brand in the last 365 days, right? Create custom audiences, targeted them, and we pretty much just started at $50 and then started bumping as we saw that the results were doing great. Now I want to, as a final note, show you guys and prove to you guys why it's so important to run promotions, every 6 weeks. Let me go to the last 90 days, right? Including, lately. As you can see, right, there are, in this graph, there are noticeable bumps. And where are the bumps? The bumps are where the sales were, where a promotion was run. So this is where our early Black Friday sales were launched, and right, we milked this all the way through, right, till the end of November. But then after that, you can see that the sales really slumped back down, right, back to where it was, if not worse, prior to the sale, right? And that's because, customers during this time, they're looking for promotions. If other people are offering this, then, well, to be honest, you need to be offering it too. And this is the proof right here, right? On the 26th of December, which is Boxing Day, right? We went ahead and we launched another sale, but the promotion was exactly the same, right? We just gave, the same percentage. Everything was just slightly modified so that it said Boxing Day rather than Black Friday. And just by doing that, the previous day we were able to make only $1,000 worth of sales, but then boom, just like that, $23,000 of sales. So this should be proof to you guys. And this gave us, some significant learnings to say that in 2023, for us to go ahead and grow the business by another 100%, what we're going to do is we're going to be very intentional about running promotions and running priming ads all the way throughout the year. So I hope that you guys can take this and go ahead and deploy this into your own brands. And, it doesn't have to be Q4, right? So just understand this. guys. I hope that you guys can use this in order to kind of boost up quieter times like Q1 in the time that we're in right now. Understand how this helps you guys, and if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to put them down below. Make sure you also like, comment, and also subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know exactly when we're going to drop another video. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good one.